Hey guys, how's it going? B-Dog here. So, I wanted to make a survivor obsession guide similar to how my killer obsession guide was. So, obviously, we're going over the obsession perks for the survivors. Now, kind of what I'm going to be explaining is what they are, what they do, and pretty much how they're going to help you. And then also, I have timestamps just in case you know one perk or you know a couple of them and you just want to just retouch up on them. And then I also left a link in the description for the Dead by Daylight wiki if you want to read up more on the perks. It's just a cool website to check out if you got some extra time. So let's hop into our first perk. Alright, so our first perk is called Decisive Strike. Now, with this perk, it gives you the chance to escape the killer's grasp by hitting a skill check. After hitting the skill check, the killer will pretty much be stunned for 4 seconds, so use it wisely. But then if you are not the obsession but you choose to run Decisive Strike, you will have to wiggle till about 35% of the little wiggle meter bar, and you'll have to use it then. So just be mindful of that. Just constantly wiggle until the little bar pops up. Now, I would strongly recommend that you don't use it right away, and this is coming from someone who plays killer a lot, because you can only use it once, and it would make no sense for you to use it on your first hook. Now, if I was going to use it on a consistent basis, I would use it if I'm going to be on my death hook or my final hook, or if the exit gates are powered and I'm trying to escape. So just be mindful of that, because like I said, you get one chance, and if you mess it up, it's gone. Or if you use it at a bad time, it just makes things a hell of a lot more rough on you. So it's kind of a gamble perk. So with that out of the way, let's go on to our second perk. Alright, so for our second perk, it is called Object of Obsession. This perk gives you the ability to see the killer's aura, but in turn, the killer can see your aura as well if they turn around and catch you looking in their direction, so it's kind of a trade-off type deal there. Now, if you are in the killer's terror radius, that perk doesn't matter. You're not going to see any auras whatsoever. It'll be just like you never had it. And then, if you are the obsession, your maximum range is 72 meters. That's the furthest you can see them. But if you're not the obsession, you still get a pretty good distance there of 64 meters. So again, it's not going to hurt you if you run it and you're not the obsession, so you'll still be able to see what's going on. Now, I would recommend, if you are going to run it or a group of your friends are going to run it, I would strongly suggest that you guys are really good at looping or just wasting the killer's time. Just because if you're not, you're pretty much sitting ducks for the most part, just because the killer can see you, and a good killer will always come back and get you no matter what. So just be mindful of that. With that out of the way, let's hop on to our third and final perk. Alright, so for our third and final Survivor Obsession perk, we've got a perk called Soul Survivor. So your aura cannot be read by the killer within a maximum range of 28 meters. It also increases your odds of being the obsession if that's something you are interested in. Now, in order for this perk to work, at least one of your teammates has to be sacrificed or moried. Now, I do want to make a note of something really quick here. Now, you can see on my Soul Survivor perk that it's active, and I'm looking right at the killer, which is the pig, with my object of obsession. Now, unless I mess up, she cannot see me. All I can do is see her. So that's kind of one of the most important parts of this perk. Not to mention, if it's just you, you're going to be harder to track, but it also has a few other pros to it. It can counter short-range aura reading abilities such as Nurse's Calling, Amanda's Letter, Scratched Mirror, and All-Seeing. Now, here's the thing. I understand most of those are, just add-ons. They may or may not have it. But if you can kind of counter Nurse's Calling, that's a huge plus, just because that's a very common perk at all ranks. So, it would be worth, looking into getting the perk. So with our third and final perk out of the way, let's wrap this bad boy up. Alright, so we have reached the end of the video here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making this. I love making guides, just in general, especially on Dead by Daylight, just because you can learn so much from them. Now, normally, like I said, I don't usually run with these perks, but after doing a lot of research on them, most of them are really good, and they're built to pretty much be a self-sufficient survivor. Now, obviously, a lot of people use Decisive Strike and know a lot about it, but Object of Obsession and Soul Survivor, in my opinion, are very underrated. So, let me know what you guys thought about the video. Give me some feedback. Just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever y'all gotta do. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so for more content. If you want to keep up with me on social media, follow me on Instagram at bdog471gaming. Now, we're going to close out with me making a horrible decision and trying to save our teammate while missing Decisive Strike. I'll catch you guys later.